Welcome everyone to my new YouTube channel. My name is Caitlin. I've been working with resin the past couple months and I figured this would be a good way to share everything I've been learning. So today I'm going to go ahead and do one of my orders that I have for a customer. And I figured you guys could join me. I will get better at this. This is my first video. Bear with me. I'm very nervous. But here we go. So I'm going to be using the Amazing Clear Cast Epoxy. It's a two-part epoxy, part A, part B. And we use them equally by volume. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up my resin, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I mixed up my resin. Now we're going to go ahead and color the resin. And today I'm using the Bria Reese Shimmering Alcohol ink, and I'm using Lake Blue. This I got at Hobby Lobby. So let's get it poured into some smaller cups. And my purpose for doing it in two smaller cups, I'd like two separate shades of this blue. Remember, shake well. Some of them have little BBs in it to help mix up the pigment in it. So this one I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one I'll do 1, 2. And we'll see what that looks like to begin with. And please make sure that you are wearing gloves, masks if need be, and you're working in a well-ventilated area. Also, please subscribe to my new channel, and if you'd like to donate to help my channel continue and to get products to test out and try, please donate at buymeacoffee.com. And also, if you see anything that I make, feel free to reach out if it's something you'd like to purchase. So I think with my darker one, I'm going to add another drop or two, just because they look pretty close to the same. Go ahead and mix that up. So the only thing with this board that they asked is that it be a light blue. So I chose this because it's lighter than this dark blue over here that you can see. These are some wind chime pieces that I'm making. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pour those in. I think I might even want one more drop in this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to pour them into my mold. What I did with this mold is the letters that are raised up, I used my Deco Color Premium Prime oil-based opaque metallic paint marker. And this you can get at Hobby Lobby. You can get this on Amazon. These are actually in quite a few places. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pour. I'm going to start with my lighter color, and I'm just going to try to pour in different areas. Then I will the darker color. Now I'm going to go in with my darker one and go in my bare areas. Well, I guess it's not much darker. Looks like it's all going to be pretty much one color, which is okay with me. As long as it's light blue, that's all that mattered. I guess there's a little bit of a change there in color. You can see a little bit of the streaking, which is kind of what I was looking for. Scraping out my cup, make sure I use every bit of resin. I'm not one that likes to waste any resin. And there we go with that part. So now I need to make some hearts and circles that are going to hang from the months that your family was born in. And for those, I'm going to do probably a different blue for, I use the circles for boys and I use the hearts for girls. So I'm going to probably do a different blue for the boys and maybe a white or silver for the girls. Not exactly sure. Any ideas? You guys are more than welcome to chime in. Let me know. Definitely can use help with color combinations. Try to use my brain and get as many different ideas as I can. So for the boys, I think I am going to use I think it is Cast and Craft. It is transparent blue. I don't know if you can see that. I was hoping it would focus in on it. Cast and Craft resin dye. And I have a homemade alcohol ink that I made myself. It's just like a shimmer. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use that just to make it a little shimmery. Maybe I can do a video at some point on how I made my homemade alcohol ink. Again, sorry, getting every last bit of resin. So, like I said, for the boys, I'm going to do the Cast and Craft blue. I'm just going to do 3 drops, very light, and my homemade alcohol ink. Like I said, it's just a clear shimmer. I don't know if you can see that shimmer. I'm just going to add a drop or 2 into my blue. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. And then white or silver for a girl. I'm still unsure what I want to do. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in that. Definitely really pretty. I don't know if I can get some better lighting up in here. If you can see the sparkle a little bit better with that. I'm going to pour those into my circles for my boys. I don't like to fill them up all the way. I like them to be thin. It just tends to work better with the jump rings when you hook them up after. When we come back and demold this, I will show you my idea on how to put names on these. Which is also another reason why I don't want to fill them up all the way. There's that for the boys. And for the girls, and maybe I'll even do, actually let's do purple. Purple and light blue. That'll look good. I'm going to use, so I saw in some videos that you can go to Dollar Tree and you can get these LA Colors, the shimmering loose powder. So I think that's what I'm going to use in my girl color. I guess these are pretty much a mica powder, just a makeup grade mica powder. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. Mix it very well because it is a powder. I don't want any chunks in it. It's a really pretty purple. You can still see the chunks in it, so you want to make sure you really mix. I'm going to pour those in my hearts. Again, don't fill them up all the way because we will need some room when we demold to add names to our hearts and our circles for our children or grandchildren or whomever you're putting on your family board. Try to take a little bit more out of that one. A little too deep for my liking. Let's not do that. So there we go. Now I'm going to leave this on my heat mat and allow this to cure for a couple hours. Welcome back. Sorry about the desk. It's messy. So I've gone ahead, I demolded the sign. I think it came out very well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll put jump rings. So I think they're 10mm jump rings. And we're going to put one on each month. I am making such a mess out of my area, but that's okay. They go one on each month, and these will hold our hearts and circles to dangle on each month. Our hearts and circles. So what I figured I did, you could probably even press these in when they're still soft and they would cure into the resin. Or you can glue them on with super glue to the top of the resin and put a layer, a doming layer over. Or you can just leave it just glued on, however you decide you want to do it. But let's say we have a mason and a Silas. And these are going to be our names for our shrink paper. And the shrink paper I got at Hobby Lobby. So we create it, we heat it, and it shrinks. And to heat it up, to shrink it, you just put it in the oven on parchment paper for 30 seconds to a minute. And once they're flattened back out to the parchment paper, then they are considered to be done. Really, you want to try to cut as close to the letters as possible. You do not want the extra plastic. I'm going to go put these in the oven for 30 seconds to a minute, and I will be right back. So literally it only takes 30 seconds to a minute, and once they're flattened back onto the parchment paper, they are done. And they are extremely small now. And now they're small enough to fit onto our circles and hearts. So my suggestion would be, if you're going to dome them, definitely take a brush and seal your marker off. I got this at Hobby Lobby. That's been the best one that I've seen yet. I also got these at Hobby Lobby. Super fine hobby brush. Love those. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it. Don't need much, just a little bit on the tip of it. And then we got our name. And you're just going to put it over the tip of it, over the top of the name. just so it seals it in. And when the resin doesn't make it smear when we dome it. Just going to take another little drop of that glue. So I put a little drop of that glue onto the circle. And I'm going to put the name on top of that. And this is now ready to be domed. And now I will put another layer of resin to dome it in. Do the same thing with my next one. And there, that one's stuck on. And I will dome that one also. And that's it. You take a jump ring after those are domed. Take another jump ring and put it at the top of every piece. I'm going to use a heart because I haven't domed those yet. I don't want the pieces to fall off. You put it on the top hole. Usually you can use a jump ring tool for your finger or a pair of needle nose pliers that'll help move these around. And you just simply hook it to January. And then I'm going to close it back up. And you want to close it right back up so they're tight and touching. And there you are. You will have your names dangling from the month that they were born in. And this is how the sign has come out. I think it came out very well. I'm excited to give it away. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe. Please donate if you can. Links are in the description. Thank you so much. See you next time.